The Fallen Banner is finally here, and it is a spicy Fallen Banner for sure. Now, there is some stuff on this banner I like, and a lot of stuff I don't like, but we'll jump into that, and we'll talk about that while we summon. My goal is to get Fallen Maria. It is the #1 goal, absolutely. We'll also be summoning on red, obviously, because I wouldn't mind getting 1 or 2 Byleths. If I do get a second Byleth, it's going to Felix for sure. Gonna get that attack speed, distant counter, as well as getting close call 4, right? So it's a really nice fodder there. If we get Chrom, Chrom's interesting because his sword is really good. I like it a lot, but there's no way to really use this fodder effectively yet, right? We don't have attack speed clash 3 in any form, like in the standard pool or even in like the special pool, right? And because of that, we can't like use the fodder very well, which it really annoys me. So I'm hoping that they do like a Baby Rebecca situation, and we get attack speed clash 3 on the next seasonal banner, and I can summon for copies of that, and I can use Chrom more effectively. Because I would love to give his sword to Brave Roy. Ooh, let's go. Oh man, technically we could stop right here and save ourselves some orbs. We're not going to do that, but that is an option. Wow, we got Maria on the first circle. Speed too, she's fast, so that's actually a good IV for her. Almost perfect. She would rather have like minus defense, but that's a really good IV. And here she is, the cancer of the meta. I'm going to be doing an entire video on this unit. It should be coming out either later today, I guess, or tomorrow, depending on how fast I can get it done. But we're going to go through, we're going to test all of her mechanics, see exactly how she works, and show just how cancerous she can be in a ton of different game modes. So look forward to that, I guess. But yeah, back to Chrom. I would love to give Brave Roy that sword, and I just want to give him Clash as well at the same time, because that's his best A skill he can get. So I would absolutely love to get that. Actually, I don't need to summon on Colorless anymore. I don't really need 2 Marias, do I? I'm trying to think if there's any reason why I would need 2 Marias. I guess she has Poetic Justice, which is really good, right? There's that. I don't really care about Anankos, that's why I'm not summoning on blue. Sorry all you Anankos fans. She also has Unity, actually, so I guess we'll keep summoning on colorless. Let's be a little more orb efficient too, right, I guess? Get an extra copy, that'd be nice. But yeah, so that's the plan. I want to give Roy like a full build, SD, near trace, speed smoke 4, or like a menace, and then just like let him go and have some fun, right? Like, because it's finally a chance for Brave Roy to be good again. He's still not going to be meta, obviously, by any means, right? Like we have Brave Seliph and Leisure Nana running around, so he doesn't really compete with those. Oh my gosh, they really don't want me to summon here. They are just like, here, take your Anankos. they won't let me just summon on red. But yeah, that's kind of the plan with Chrom. If we do get a copy of him, if we get multiple copies, I don't know what we'll do. We'll figure something else out after that. Maybe we'll give it to like Joshua or something like that. I don't know. But overall, the banner's pretty cool. Oh my god, what is going on? Blue is not supposed to be this common. I don't know, or maybe it is. I don't know. I feel like red should be the most common, but maybe I'm wrong. I need to go look at some statistics again. But yeah, I do like this banner a lot. I think there's some really cool stuff on here. Mostly Byleth, I think, is the coolest thing on this banner. I think Maria is the most powerful, but I don't like that. So I'm not very happy about that per se. I think Byleth is really cool because I really like Brave Byleth's like shtick of being like a Vantage unit who can like have that damage reduction you can't pierce, and also just doing a ton of damage, right? The thing is that she's flying, and while flying is cool, flying's probably the weakest movement type right now. It does have some really good stuff going for it, don't get it wrong. Like it has Guidance 4, which is like completely broken, but at the same time it doesn't have access to a lot of other skills. They are fixing that this year though, right? They've been fixing it slowly, which is nice. But just having her as an infantry sword, I think just makes her way more powerful, right? She gets access to Special Spiral 4 if you want to go that route. She has access to Close Call 4 if you want to go that route. She just gets so many better skills she has access to, which is really nice. And she also has a really good weapon, so I'm interested to see how Byleth ends up performing. The thing is just that there's so many... Oh, it's Carla. I think I just got Carla on my summoning ticket last arena. I don't know why she keeps coming on. I think she's almost plus 10. Okay, hey Carla. But yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of God Sword she ends up being, because she does seem really powerful. I don't know if she's going to be the best God Sword in the meta. I would lean towards saying no. But I think she will be in that same tier as like the best, right? The thing is like, it's really hard to beat Lucia right now. Lucia is just really, really, really good with all the unique effects she has. She's just so ridiculously unique that it's just difficult to compete with. The only thing that Lucia literally lacks is speed stacking, which Alear has, right? So that's the one thing. The one weakness I would say Byleth had is like Hardy Bearing, right? Because with Divine Pulse, you really need to hit them first to activate it. So if you get hit with Hardy Bearing and you get hit with like a Deadeye or something from like Duo Chrom, she's probably gonna explode, I would imagine. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'd imagine she would. So that's like the only thing I'm concerned about with her. When it comes to like Risen Chrom, I mean, he's cool, but I just don't see like a place where I'd use him. I think like he's more just like a really cool unit with really good art and like really good fodder. But like I think I would just use Brave Chrom. Anytime I would want to use Risen Chrom, I would just use Brave Chrom instead. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And then of course, oh hey Owain, nice. I like Owain a lot actually. I'm kind of sad that the only ult he got, he was a demote. I wish they would have given him like, I don't know, Rearmed Owain would have been really cool, or like Ascended Owain could have been cool. He could have just went like full crazy, like Rearmed Ophelia. That would be dope. I would have been really happy with that. That'd be a merge we'll add. We're not being very orb efficient. I was hoping to be more orb efficient, but the red orbs do not want to show up. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this banner. I think it's a really cool banner, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good stuff on here, especially the fodder. The fodder is really nice. I'm just not, I don't know. We have so many swords now. Like, I feel like they should slow down on these swords for a while. We've been getting like one almost every single banner recently, I feel like. Like we got Alear, Lucia, Felix, Fallen, Byleth. I'm forgetting somebody else. I can't remember who. There's somebody else I'm forgetting, but it's just been a lot of swords. I wish they would do something a little bit different. Also, like, it's cool that we're getting second versions of arcane weapons, right? I kind of called that in my very first rearmed tier list. If you watched that with the arcane Lutnir from Byleth, I kind of said that there's probably going to be another sword that's more built for speedy sword units in the future, and it ended up becoming true. But I wish it would have been later, just because we don't have a dagger yet. We don't have, you know, all the tomes. I don't really expect to get a rearmed beast unit just because of the way beasts work, but maybe we get that. I don't know. I really want dagger. Dagger's the one I want the most. Staff would be cool too, but dagger's like my #1 priority because I could make Jafar like not absolutely terrible. He can only be kind of terrible, which, you know, would be nice because he's not very good. Let's be real. Like, I haven't used Jafar competitively since like the first beginning of Ether raids, like the first month or two. I used him as a close counter carry, and he wasn't very good back then, and nowadays it's just no way, right? His stat line's just way too bad. But I don't care. Like, he's my favorite, so if I could give him a rearmed dagger or an arcane dagger, I'd be really happy with that. I wish they would do that. And then obviously the other thing has to be Engage. I just don't understand why they're not releasing Engage. It kind of like just kills the mood for the game a bit. Like, I don't want to be like a downer, but I've definitely felt like, I think the combination of my really bad summoning session for Felix and then also just no Engage is kind of like tempered my mood to get in Faye right now. I'm like, it's hard to get hyped about stuff for me, at least right now, right? Felix was the thing I was going to get hyped about, right? And then the summoning session went bad, so I've kind of like not even, I haven't done as much as I wanted to with him originally. I had a lot of plans for Felix, and I really haven't done any of them, which kind of sucks. I've also just been really busy, so that's part of the reason why too. Because there's a lot of videos that are half done that need to be completed, so there's that as well. But we will be getting that Maria video out. I'm really interested to test all of her interactions, because I think she's going to be just a bit too ridiculous, especially if she works with AI. I don't know, she probably doesn't work with AI, but, you know, we'll have to find out, right? We'll have to test it, make sure ourselves. But even if she doesn't work with AI, like, even in the player hands, she's gonna be really cancerous in like summoner duels, which I think a lot of people don't care about, right? I think a majority of people who watch my videos don't care about summoner duels at all. Just just based off the viewership I get on my SD videos. But even so, I think it's a really good game mode. It just has some flaws, and I think adding this to it could be like the nail in the coffin. Because like, imagine you go to play summoner duels, and you're like, I'm gonna try to be good this week, and then you run into a Fallen Maria team and you just can't kill anything, and like it would just feels bad, right? Like if you lose in summer duels, it always feels bad, but like if it's a close match, at least you don't feel quite as bad, and then maybe you could look at the the replay and like figure out why you lost. But if you just get like stomped, right? Like if you just get completely and utterly stomped and never had a chance in the match, it just doesn't make you want to play the game mode anymore. There's the other Maria, the cuter Maria, the less evil Maria. Before we knew what she would do with her spring self bringing in flat damage reduction, and then now her fallen self bringing in all kinds of cancer. I don't think I have any questions. I'm trying to see if I have any questions left. See if I can find any. So I haven't asked for them in so long. I think I actually burnt through most of them. Trying to see if I can find any. Okay, here's one from Sherman Elazar. If the second Engage banner is out, which Engage characters do you want to see? For me, it's Rosado, Ivy, Hortensia, and Yunaka. So when it comes to Engage, I think I've already answered this before, but like I just really want like my favorite characters. I think realistically we'll get Brodia, which is good for me because all my favorite characters are from Brodia. I would love to see, like, you know, obviously Diamant is #1 for me by far, but also Citrine. I think Citrine like actually surprised me how much I love Citrine. I used her in my first game mode, and then I was like, okay, next playthrough on Maddening, I'm not going to use Citrine. I'm going to use a different mage. And then like chapter, I don't even know what chapter it was, like 13 came around, and I'm like, why am I still using Citrine? I just couldn't stop using her. She's so much fun, especially if you get like the bolting ring, and you can like double tap. She just kills everything. And even if you don't get that ring, because I didn't get that my first playthrough, if you combine her with like the Byleth ring, she can just hit from like 1,000,000 miles away, and her magic is so high, she just one-shots stuff. So it's like, I don't know. That unit is so much fun, and the character is so cool. Definitely one of my surprise favorites from Engage. So I'd love to see Citrine on there with a cool PRF weapon. Diamant. We already got the Arcane Bow, so I don't know what they'll do with Alcris, if they'll just give him a PRF weapon. That'd be interesting as well. Lapis, I love Lapis. So like pretty much all the Brodia characters. I'd also like to see some other characters too, obviously, but there's only so many characters you can fit on a banner. And considering we haven't gotten an Engage banner in like 4 months now, I think, it's kind of hard to say who we'll actually get when it finally drops. And no matter what, like even if they added the 4 most popular characters from Engage, everyone still wouldn't be happy because there's just so many characters they need to add. So they gotta drop it eventually. And honestly, I'll be a little bit disappointed if the next Engage banner we get is like a summer banner, and it's not them even in their original clothes, right? They're all in swimming suits. I know a lot of people will like that, but personally, I want their original versions first. At least for certain characters, right? I mean, I guess if you put Ivy in a bathing suit, I'm not gonna complain, but you know, I'd prefer Diamant in his armor. Though I'm sure a lot of people would love to see Diamant like in a Speedo or something like that. That would actually be pretty funny. That would be hilarious. Oh man, they haven't done that since like Perenz got his summer version. Well, we got Maria, and then this is really tapered off. Holy crap. We're almost at Spark. We haven't gotten anything since. Well, we got a couple of 4-star special rates, but we haven't gotten like Byleth or Chrom. I'd like to get at least one of them. Oh, I speak of the devil. Woo, there we go. There is Chrom. Oh my, his art is so ridiculously good. I love this art. He looks so good. This is not a great IV, but that's fine. And as you can see, like his spotter is so good, right? Because you get the weapon, and then you get Clash, but you can't get all Clash. But if they added Attack Speed Clash 3, we could get Snag and Clash. Not that Snag's very good. And we get Infantry Speed Tactic too, which would be really, really good. So they need to add that next banner for sure. I think we'll do this Close as well. At worst, we get a Maria, and I can kill her for either Poetic Justice or Unity. Well, that's not going to happen. Okay. So I think we spark Byleth now. Do I do the blue? Yeah, let's do the blue. Why not? We have kind of high pity. I don't really want Anankos, but I'll take them. Why not, right? Add them for the Pokedex. Can't be Shigure. We'll back out here and go back in. Oh, of course. Why does this always happen? You couldn't give me reds the whole banner, and then the second I'm like done summoning, you're like, okay, here's 4 reds. I have to pull all of them. If I was DTM, I wouldn't pull all of them. I would just pull the one and leave. But I'm definitely not DTM. So we're pulling all the reds. Because one of them is going to be Byleth. Probably, maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. It's going to be all 3 stars. Oh, God. Oh, Self, don't do this to me, man. If I get all 3 stars, I'm going to, like... I don't know if I should laugh or cry. Oh, I forgot. There's actually 2 sparks on this banner, huh? I completely forgot about that. I wonder if it's worth going for 2 sparks. I'm definitely not going to do that now, but maybe I'll do that later. Because I could see myself going again and then picking up Chrom with the other spark. Just so I have 2 copies of the sword. And then maybe I'll get a Byleth along the way. And that way I could have fodder. I really do want to give Felix that fodder a lot. Definitely need some... Oh my god! DTM, I know you're watching. This is why you always pull everything. You see? You see the 4 red circle worked out. Not the 1 red circle, the 4 red circle. Just want to say, it's another point for me. Plus attack, too. Oh my god, such a good IV. Obviously, speed's the best, but, like, who cares, right? Attack's really, really good. Oh, man. Wow, that turned around pretty hard. Like, we actually went pretty dry for a while. Started off amazing, went dry, and then, like, went crazy at the end. Nice. Okay, so we'll back out here. We're going to go into the spark. And I think we're still going to pick Byleth. It was either Byleth or Chrom. We don't really need 2 Marias. Like, the fodder's good, but we don't need merges for her. Don't care about Anankos. And then I only really need 1 copy of the Arcane Sword. I could use more, but I only need 1. Like, absolutely. And then this can let me pick up Byleth, right? And then Byleth can go to feed Felix, and Felix can become even more powerful. The art is so good, too. The art on this banner is like 100% a hit. Every single character on this banner looks so ridiculously good. 1 more Byleth, nice. Oh, and the Celestial Stone Shop reset too. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, we'll get some stuff there eventually. Okay, that's gonna be our Fallen Summoning session. That went actually really, really well. That really turned around. We got everything we wanted. I got 2 Byleths, a Chrom, and a Maria. Pretty much just perfect summoning session. Really, really nice. Glad that went so well. But now I'd love to hear from you. How did your summoning session go? If you did summon on this banner, who are you summoning for? Are you going for that Arcane Sword? Are you going for the Risen Chrom art? Or maybe you're like a giant Byleth fan and you just can't resist pulling more of her? Because this is a really cool ult too. And then lastly, I guess if you're like a meta slave like me, maybe you're going for Maria. Either way, I'd love to hear from you, so make sure to drop a comment down below, let me know who you're pulling for. And of course, I'd love to thank all my members for all their constant support. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. This has been Oblivion. I'll catch you all later.